That left the tyre pretty quickly. Do a bit of tyre lube on now. Do some bead braking. I was doing it wrong. I needed to lift the wheel a bit to get this thing to push down and through. It's got a really bad angle on this. It's a, as you expect, a Chinese bead breaker. So you've got to lift it and push it down so it gets a good angle on it. Yeah, it does need some working still. Okay, I've got a bit more distance between them now. Take this out. I'll try it again on the rear tyre, just see if it will go in. Maybe on the bottom half it might go in. But I guess I have to use small tools. Still rolling? Oh, it's in. Okay. Let's see if that works. Right, so I'm using this tyre lever to stop it coming around. Oh, got to put it. Yeah, this is actually working. Wow, that's a lot better. It's not too bad to cut either. Hardly any cut at all. I just need to file this into a shape that will go in. I think that's the trick. Right, so I use a two-step balancing process. Here we're just letting the wheel rock to wherever it wants to rock to. The lowest point is going to be the heavy spot on the wheel itself. So I put a bit of tape on where it's settled at the bottom. I'm just going to check that, put it at 90 degrees, watch it roll to the bottom, goes through, goes back a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to bring it up this side and it should go that way. And we'll see where it goes when it goes this way. And it goes a little further. Oh, it's coming back. But that is going to be right about there. So I'll mark that spot. As you can see, I've now got 2 bits of blue tape on here. So one of them, I think the heavy spot is in between the two, and that's where I try and put the tyre's light spot, which is a yellow dot on the tyre, in the middle of those two. Okay, I did transfer a bit of tape over to this side, which is halfway in between the tapes on the other side, because this is the side I marked the direction arrow on. So I've got the new tyre next to it with the direction arrow pointing the right way. There's the yellow dot. So that's how it's going to go on. Now I just need to lube the tyre up and stick it on. Right, so I'm squirting my magic elixir on here and then applying it to the inside of the outside as well. Let's get it all lubed up. I'm going to put a bit more on here. And the wheel rim itself. Make sure it goes over. On the bottom. And I'll add a bit more as I'm going along. A bit more on here, make sure it's nice and soapy. Inside as well. Right, let's see if it goes on. should be able to just push it on. Yeah, that's a lot of hope. There we go. One. And we'll just do the same with the other. Don't do that. Here you go. Okay, this should do it. That drop center. And there it is. Okay, by pure luck, that yellow dot lined up. I was lucky. Okay, so I'm going to put some more bead lubricant on both sides, just to make sure it will pump up. Then I'm going to put the valve back in and pump it up. Right, still having trouble getting pressure into this tyre. So I've got the electric out. Got the strap on it to see if it will actually do anything. And it is actually building a bit of pressure. Okay, that's 20 psi, that's more than enough pressure in it. I don't really hear it leaking anymore, so I'm going to see if I can release a bit of pressure. There's 27 psi. It does not want to move. I think this is the problem why the tyre wasn't going on so easily. The drop centre, where you drop the bead, I think it's a bit too steep. If that was shallower, it would have come out a lot easier. Right, so now it's time to balance the wheel. We've got it up on the axle, on the stands. Just rotating it slowly to see if it has a preference to any way it wants to go. And it wants to go backwards a little. This was the original heavy spot where the yellow dot ended up. Doesn't really want to keep progressing. Yeah, it is kind of moving very, very glacially slowly around. Boy, the amount it's out is so small. So I just taped a 10-gram weight here. It's the smallest one I've got. Just giving it light touches. Oh, there it goes, falling off. Oh, and now it's starting to move. So I think 10 grams is the weight I'm going to put on right by the valve. Right, so the speedo drive is this side. It fits in there like that. And then this spacer goes the other side. Right. to move it into position. Lift the wheel slightly to get the axle through. A lot of juggling around to get it all lining up. And I have to pump the forks up and down, and then once I've done that, tighten the pinch bolt at the bottom. That helps center this fork to where the wheel is. Centers the suspension, stops it wearing on one side.